Hey guys, Comics G-Man here, and we're going to talk about something that's not DC, it's Marvel. We're going to be talking about Spider-Noir, the latest Nicolas Cage show. And I'm going to have to tell you, I absolutely love this show. It's got a slow burn in the beginning, but once this show picks up, let me tell you, it's fantastic, man. This is now my second favorite Spider-Man live-action thing ever created. Tobey Maguire 1, Nicolas Cage number 2, Andrew Garfield number 3, and Tom Holland 66. He doesn't even count in my list. Sorry, guys. But yeah, dude, like, let me tell you, I finished the show yesterday, and my mom and I, we loved it. Like, we're laughing our asses off so hard. Episode 7 is the peak of the show for me. Just for the bar fight scene alone. And Nicolas Cage, it's just what his acting in this is just magic, man. He captures lightning in a bottle. At least for me. I don't know how other people feel about this. Now, I am a Nicolas Cage guy. I love a lot of his movies. You go back to like some of his really weird movies. I forgot this one movie, but I always reference this one to people when we talk about Nicolas Cage. It's the one where he's in New Orleans. Let me see. Which movie is that? New Orleans movie, right? Let me see. This one's really, yeah, Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans, right? Eva Mendes is in this. It's a film, another great film by Werner Herzog, one of my favorite directors of all time. This is like just a classic movie with Nicolas Cage because of how weird it is. And how like look at this shot, right? There's so many weird moments like that in this movie, Bad Lieutenant with Nicolas Cage, where like there'll be a reptile and there'll be like he's like it's like he's on drugs or something throughout the movie. Now I don't remember the exact details of the story. I can't tell it to you on this recording, but what I remember of the movie is Nicolas Cage's crazy performance and the crazy cinematography of Werner Herzog. Okay, so just another great movie by Werner Herzog, which I actually forgot to mention in my Klaus Kinski video that I made a couple days ago. But when I'm talking like Nick Cage, this is another one of his great movies that nobody brings up. At least people, when I talk to them about this movie, they never seen it. I'm surprised. Like, this is a great movie. It's just so weird. I absolutely love this movie. But back to Spider-Noir. More Nicolas Cage magic. If you love Nicolas Cage, you gotta watch Spider-Noir. If you love Spider-Man, whatever version of Spider-Man, I'm mostly an original. I just love the regular Spidey. I actually have not read any of the source material of the Noir Spider-Man. All I've ever touched with Spider-Man Noir was the Shattered Dimensions and the Edge of Spider-Man. Did they have Noir in that? No, but Shattered Dimensions game was really all I've ever had with the Noir. I was never into the idea. But I've decided to try this because one of the guys at work was telling me about it, and I'm like, wait, Nicolas Cage is playing Spider-Man? I mean, even though it's Noir Spider-Man, Nicolas Cage, as soon as you said Nicolas Cage, I'm like, okay, I'm watching this. So I got Prime just for the month just to watch this. And let me tell you, dude, I fucking hope that they make a season 2. Spoiler, the season ends and I don't get a feeling about that there's going to be a season 2. So I'm hoping this is not just some one-off special miniseries, but it probably is, dude, because it's 40-minute episodes. It is a lot of time that they put into it. But it's possible that they'll do a season 2, and I hope they do a season 2 because this is peak Spidey, bro. Nicolas Cage brilliantly brings in Spider-Man's classic wise-ass attitude, some of his cynicism, and his humor, and then Nicolas Cage puts in his identity into it, and he makes a Spider-Man that I just want to see more of. This is a Spider-Man that I want to see more of. Not Tom Holland. Look, I know that's controversial to say, and a lot of people probably say, I don't want to hear that. We love Tom. We love Tom Holland. Tom Holland is great. If you like Tom, I'm not shitting on you, dude. If you love him as Spider-Man, like, God bless, man. But for me, dude, he doesn't hit that spot, bro. Nick Cage, man, and let me give you an example. I can't play it for copyright reasons, but I'll just try to go through some of the scenes frame by frame a little bit. So like this particular scene, he's in a bar drinking, and this is after he gets betrayed by this woman named Kat Hardy. She's like this beautiful, like femme fatale woman who's under the control of Silvermane, and she's just like his entertainer at the bar to get the patronage going. And she's in love with Flint Marko, who's the Sandman in this. And in this, like the villains are like villains. They get their powers through. They were experimented on during the war by the Germans, and it's a disease though. The more they use their powers and the more they embrace their powers, apparently in this they're dying. It's killing them. But Nicolas Cage has the immunity, so and he's like kind of the key. He is able to stay normal but have the powers at the same time, and it's not killing him. And he's living a normal life and has all the benefits with that, you know? But the villains, they have the powers, but it's killing them, pretty much. Although Electro, I don't know. Electro is interesting too. I wonder if it is killing him. He might be a different story. Well, I guess it is killing him because he's kind of bloody in a couple of scenes. But anyway, that's just the quick gist of it. He's in the bar. He survived a betrayal that sent him to a doctor. I'm not saying too much in case you didn't see it. If you don't want to hear too many spoilers. But sorry if I did spoil it for you. But I have to talk about this for my channel because I have to explain why this is such a beautiful scene and why Nicolas Cage captures Spider-Man in a way that, sorry, Tom Holland will never be able to capture, in my opinion. What was I saying? Sorry, guys. So yeah, dude, he survives an experiment because a doctor, I won't say too much about this character's history because it'll say too much, is trying to get an antidote out of Nicolas Cage. Cuts him up, does all this stuff. He survives. He gets out. All this other stuff happens. And then he's in the bar drinking away and, talking to the bartender, that kind of a scene. And all of these like dudes come in and they're talking about how Silvermane was throwing money around his goons to have them vote for another mayor. And oh yeah, by the way, if you don't know, this is like set in the I guess it's set in the 40s, the late 40s. I was a bit confused about it because there are a couple of clothing choices that they made in this where I was like, wait, is this the 1920s? But then I'm like, oh no, it's not. It's got to be the late 1940s because they're talking about the Germans, right? But then I'm like, are these the Germans of World War I or World War II? So that's one thing that I might have missed. Maybe I lost that detail of what era this was, either the 20s or the 40s, But it's got to be the 40s, right? Or is it the 20s? Somebody in the comments, please tell me. You probably know this better than I do. But anyway, these guys who come in the bar, right? I can't get a shot of them. Hold on. These guys that come in the bar and mess with him, not him, he's the bartender. All right, so these guys are coming in, they're having a good time, and they're talking shit about the Spider, and they're saying, like, he's out of shape, you should have saw him, he's with the mayor taking pictures, which he didn't really want to do in the show, and they're saying all the shit about Spidey, dude. And there's this brilliant moment, after Nick Cage is listening to this shit about them talking shit about him. They don't know he's a Spider, obviously. And he's like, well, have you ever just thought that maybe the Spider is just another guy, and he's this, and he's that, and maybe he gets lonely sometimes, but the way he delivered the lines, dude, was fucking brilliant. The intensity was only something that Nicolas Cage could do. This is Nicolas Cage, bro. You have to see this episode to know what I'm talking about. That moment where he, breaks character and, responds to the ragging on that these guys were saying about the Spider, it was peak. It was brilliant. Nicolas Cage, his genius came right out in that scene. And then he leaves the room. And he comes back. He's still drunk, too. He comes back as the Spider. Let me just see if I could get see, look how intense Nick is getting here, if you could see it on here. He's getting real intense. Look, he's getting really fucking pissed about what they're saying, right? I mean, it was brilliant. It was classic Nick Cage. Nobody else could do that scene like he did. Nobody. So he's leaving. He puts his mask on, and he comes back drunk, and he beats the shit out of all these guys. but it's hilarious. Like, he's fighting them, and then he's like, web, 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 and he's like shooting them with the webs and shit, hitting them on the wall, and he's like fucking up the bartender's bar, and the bartender's like just watching it like a TV show or something, dude. And like, I can't even get a good shot of it. Like you can see the little thumbnail here. I can't, because I'm not playing it for copyright reasons. But I'm telling you guys, like episode 7, like okay, the first couple of episodes were like good story, but it's a slow burn, like it kind of just gets you into the world and like kind of slowly sucks you in. And then by like 3, it's like really good. 4, it's great. 5, but 7 is like, for me, I know a lot of people will probably say episode 6 is, because there's like these funny hallucination scenes. But 7, like just this bar scene and the acting of Nick Cage when he was so pissed off, I'm like, dude, this is Spidey, bro. The way he did it, like, this is a Spidey that I want to see. I love this attitude. I love this Spidey. You know what I mean? And if you've seen the commercials for this where he's like doing that, that kind of movement to the bartender, that was in this scene after he beat the shit out of those guys. Like, he's so fucking great, dude. Like, this is a Spider-Man that is wholly unique now to Nicolas Cage. Now, if any of my fans or comic fans who watch this channel, if you got anybody on here who has read any of the Noir comics, please feel free to comment and tell me about it, because I'm not reading the Noir comics anytime soon. I'm into my DC stuff really right now at the moment in my life. But anybody who is a Noir fan or happens to like the comic, feel free to like tell us about it. Is this like the comics? Do you not like it because it's not, or it is? If you have seen this show, do you like the way Nicolas Cage is portraying this version of Spider-Man, or no? So it might seem ignorant from me because I've never read a Noir comic. But I love this. I absolutely love Nicolas Cage's performance as Spider-Man here. Well, they don't even call him Spider-Man in this. They call him the Spider. But yeah, like look at this. Like, he's like so drunk. He just brings a whole new life to Spidey. And I mean, it's like a mix of classic Spider-Man and Nicolas Cage, and it's one of the greatest combinations I've ever seen in a Marvel TV show. Now, to go more on what I like about Spider-Noir, also, like, outside of the Nicolas Cage brilliance, like, one of my favorite shows by Marvel, which a lot of people will be surprised by, I did actually really like Agent Carter. I loved Season 1. Season 2 was kind of cliche and boring, but Season 1 was really good. So I was kind of feeling like this was kind of like an Agent Carter vibes a little bit, but like more unique, obviously. Now, I didn't watch this in black and white. I tried to watch it in black and white, because I know that's like how the comics are, and that's like how it was in Shattered Dimensions game. But I couldn't do it, guys. I'm sorry. I mean, it was cool, but I put it on in color. And let me tell you guys, you should watch this. If you watch it in black and white, if you want to be accurate to the comics, but you should give it a second watching and watch it in color, because whatever they're doing, whatever like color palettes they did or in the editing or something, dude, I can't find a good example. At the like, that's a great shot, but there's some really good shots in this show. I mean, the cinematography for this is just fucking great. The colors are fantastic. I mean, it really feels like an old school movie, but it's not an old school movie. Like, oh, that's a Progressive commercial. God damn it. I can't show you anymore. Wait, let me mute this and play the ad, and we'll let it skip for a while. Hopefully I don't get a freaking copyright strike. Do you get a copyright strike if a Progressive ad plays? I don't know. But the color palette that they chose throughout the entire show, it's beautiful. And you guys know, like, I'm obsessed about colors and stuff and these kind of things. So they really did such a good job with that. Now, going down the villains, I was confused about... so there's Electro, there's Sandman, but I was confused about the big guy that's, like, invulnerable, because I was like, wait a minute. At first I thought it was Tombstone, because he reminded me a lot. I've read Amazing Spider-Man comics, so I'm like, that's Tombstone, right? But then I got confused because they never actually said it, Maybe I missed it. And then like when they're having that great fight scene. Wait, can I show it to you? Oh, no, copyright strike. I don't want a copyright strike. Sorry, YouTube. I'm not showing Noir. I'm so sorry. I might have to cut it out. I'll see if it. Oh yeah, like look at this shot. Here's another great example. Oh, another fucking commercial, guys. All right, so I got to go through these stupid commercials. But look, forget it. You get it, right? Even in these thumbnails, you can see the great colors and everything that really pop in this show. But there's a part where they're fighting Tombstone and Robbie and Nicolas Cage, the Spider. They're like teaming up on him, and it's like this great fight scene. But the Spider can't get the antidote in him, and Robbie manages to like stick the needle in his eye, and then it turns him back to normal. But I was confused if it was Tombstone because wait a minute, like the way he was as he was getting stronger, his skin was changing and his like look, and he was getting like an armor on him. And I'm like, wait, is that supposed to be the Rhino? Is he supposed to be the Rhino? You know, like, so I'm confused, guys. Like, is that Tombstone or is that the Rhino? Let me know in the comments which character that was supposed to be. And the Sandman was a great character, too, in this. I really like what they did with him, being, like, a loyal bodyguard to Silvermane, but conflicted because of his love for Cat Hardy, who wanted to kill Silvermane so she could finally be with Flint Marko. Like, I love the love interest in this. I love just the regular story. Like, guys, like, this is how you do stories, man. Spider-Noir now, I have to say, Nicolas Cage saved my life. No, I'm kidding. He saved me from just a depressing... I was feeling really down about stuff, really depressed, but episode 7, dude, Nick Cage cured me of it, bro. He fucking cured me from that. He had me laughing so hard in this. But yeah, guys, I think Spider-Noir should serve as an example that you could still make good stories today. And I hope they make a season 2, but I don't know, because I don't know if this was some kind of just a special mini-series. You know, you think Nick Cage will be willing to do a season 2? I hope he would be. I want to see more of this. This is the kind of thing I want to see. I love the way he did Spider-Man. And also, he's not Peter Parker. They call him Ben Reilly for some reason. Maybe you guys know why. Which is weird because in the comics, Ben Reilly, you know, the infamous 90s clone saga, Ben Reilly. So I'm not sure why they called him Ben Reilly in this and not Peter Parker. In Shattered Dimensions in the Noir comics, he's Peter Parker, right? I remember in Shattered Dimensions, like, they're Peter Parker. The 2099 Spider-Man is Peter Parker. I'm pretty sure. So why did they just call him Ben Reilly and not Peter Parker? Is that because of that they don't want you to mix him up with the MCU Tom Holland Spider-Man? I don't care, dude. Nicolas Cage outshines Tom Holland in every fucking episode, dude. He puts Tom Holland to shame. I mean, Tobey Maguire puts Tom to shame. Andrew Garfield puts Tom Holland to shame. But Nicolas Cage now, he is right next to Tobey Maguire at number 2. The best Spidey on screen I have ever seen. And I don't care how controversial that is, dude. Nicolas Cage deserves the credit. He deserves the respect because he just brought back hope for me, at least, in a good time. So let me know, guys. I want to hear comments. Let me know your thoughts on this. Did you enjoy the show if you saw it or not? Do you read these comics, and what are your thoughts about what they're doing with this Nicolas Cage Noir thing? Let me know in the comics, guys. Thanks for listening. Like and subscribe.